Alrighty. Hey there, stream, chat, VOD watchers. I forgot what I usually say here. VOD watchers is what I meant to say. That's what I usually say. Because nobody's watching except you in the future. Hi, future. What's the future like? Is it good? I hope so. Anyway, I'm doing something different today. Usually I'm just playing a little video game of some kind. Could be, whatever. It doesn't really matter. I don't know. But I'm not even playing a game today. Today, we're doing something with our hands. Okay, we're getting a little handy in a way. My hair, by the way, is kind of a mess. I woke up from a nap a little bit ago, and so it was just like, whatever. It's all like super floofy. Doesn't matter. Irrelevant, because most of the stream's not going to be on my stupid dumb face. It's going to be down here. Don't look into that too much. You're going to be down here. No, I'm going to be making a little Lego set today. This is bigger than I expected it to be. When I bought it, I thought it was going to be like maybe that big, right? Like that big. But no, it's a lot bigger. Anyway, why are we doing that? Because I was watching New Hope last night, right? I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I love Star Wars. If you can't tell, right? I love Star Wars. And I was watching New Hope last night, and I was just like, I really don't have much Star Wars merch. I have like this shirt. I have this shirt. And it's like, I really like this shirt. But this is like the only really piece of Star Wars merch I have. So I got on Amazon to look at what they had, what was available. And amongst the things was Lego Star Wars, of course. People buy Lego Star Wars kits on Amazon. Here's the thing, I fucking love Lego. At least I did whenever I was younger. I used to have a lot of Lego sets, a lot of Lego Star Wars sets. But I haven't played with Lego in years because, I'm an adult. But the beautiful thing about being an adult is I have money, so I can buy Lego sets. But in my mind, I'm like, okay, Lego Star Wars sets nowadays, they got to be like super expensive. Something like this, like $150 or something like that, probably, because they're like ridiculous prices for Lego, right? That's only $50. And admittedly, it's not all that detailed, but I was shocked that it was only 50. I was like, God damn, yeah, I'll fucking buy that. It's only 474 pieces. So not even 500, which I think is like, that's like a big thing with like Lego enthusiasts is, the more pieces or whatever, right? And it's like, it's not a super detailed. You can see in the front right here. Hold on. Yeah, you can see the front like right there on the nose. It still has the studs visible as opposed to like being covered. I think that that's like some of the stuff. Like it's just not as all that detailed. But all I ever really cared about whenever I was playing with Lego is the thing 1-to-1 scale with the minifig? In this case, it is. It's got a little R2, it's got a little Luke Skywalker, and they both fit in the thing exactly how they should. And that's all I ever really cared about as a kid. So that is what we're doing today. We're gonna make some Lego. It was actually funny. I was going to buy the thing, and it was in my cart, and then I was like, oh, I could build it on stream, and it'll be a cute little thing. I have no idea if it'll be worth it. Usually whenever I'm streaming, right, lately I've been trying to get clips, right? I don't think I'm going to get a clip building an X-Wing. But I wanna. It's fun. So that's what we're doing. So I'm going to bring you down. This is a little bit of an intimidating shot. There we go. I'm going to bring you down just to my desk here. Push my keyboard aside. My roommates were joking about a hand reveal, like a lot of VTubers do. So here's my hands. What do you think? Is there like wiki hands instead of wiki feet? I could show that too. Chances are you'll probably see my feet anyway, but look at those toesies. Anyway, yeah. I can't really like, I might push my monitor back a little bit or mess with my cam a little more to give some more table room. That's good enough. That's plenty. You can see the arm of my mic though. Maybe I set it right here. You can probably still hear me like that, I think. I hope you can still hear me. The lighting's not amazing, but this'll work. I'll push my mouse pad over a little bit. I think my mouse pad's just going to be in the shot, and we can just deal with that. But this is our workspace primarily. So, let's get the thing. I've already cut the tape over here. I haven't opened it, but I just cut it because I just didn't want to deal with it. So, okay, this is giving me more trouble than I was expecting. I'm not trying to like tear it. There we go. They have like an adhesive on here. It's not just the tape. Is this not how I'm supposed to open it? It's fine. Whatever. It's getting opened. All right. Whoa, look at those bags. Yeah, more bags. Okay. That's all that. Cool. 3 bags. This is going to get loud for the mic. I apologize, y'all. 4 bags. I'll lay them out like that. There we go. We got our decals. Not very many decals, but we got decals. And then the instruction booklet. A little X-Wing. I always like to start with minifigs. And I have all the bags laid out here. I think I see Luke is in this one over here. I think I want to build Luke first. I'm not trying to be so dramatic so as to like speed run this, but I thought it might be kind of neat to have like, you know, the little timer right there. There we go. So let's start that timer. All right, let's get into it. I want to start with Luke. These bags are super fucking loud, and I apologize for that. That's gonna get possibly very annoying. Oh, you know what? Actually, hold on. Let me also play a little music here. VOD watchers, this means nothing to you, but stream, we can have a little music because we're special. And by that I mean I won't get copyright claimed while I'm live. I'm gonna put the decals over here. I think I might just like... Oh, there's bags within bags. Hold on, this is okay. I'm just gonna dump it all out. This might not be the wisest decision. I actually looked up, before I really started, I looked up like how long it takes to build like a 500-piece Lego set, because I was curious to get like an idea of how long it might be for this whole build to take. And I saw people saying like, well, and now it depends. Are you sorting your pieces beforehand? Or are you just pulling them straight out of the bag? And I was like, there's already like way too much tech here. I just need like a basic answer. Okay, so these 2 are in bags, but like the rest of Luke isn't. Oh, we have the little like, I think there's like an official name for this, but like the little pry bar where you can like separate flat pieces, which is awesome. I love that they have that nowadays. Oh, I haven't played with new Lego in forever. Here we go. We got Luke's little X-Wing outfit there. Oh my god, So when I opened this up initially, like I got the Amazon package this morning, right? Pulled the package into my room, cut it open, and as soon as I pulled this box out of the package, I felt like such a kid. I was actually like giddy. I fucking love Star Wars, okay? I also love Lego. I really, really do. So I was like, oh. I actually felt like such a kid. I got that feeling just now again, putting this together and just moving his little legs. I used to play with Lego for so many hours. Part of the reason that I don't really care about like the technical aspects of like building is the vast majority of me building Lego sets was me taking my giant box of Lego, which was like huge. It was like this big, and it was just full of assorted Lego throughout many different decades and many different like eras of Lego. Taking that and just building whatever. One of the things that I remember building where I was able to like flex my creative muscles the most was I made an Assassin's Creed Hidden Blade because I really liked Assassin's Creed, and so like I had to engineer a way to do that, and I was actually like super proud of it, and it worked. It was set up with like a little rubber band, kind of like what I'm wearing right here, and it worked to where you could like, I don't remember exactly what the tech was, but you like do that and you're able to slide a little blade out. It was super clunky because it was like Lego, but it was a fucking Lego Hidden Blade. Like it worked. I was super proud of that thing. It was honestly really cool, and I did that as a kid. But anyway, so that's how I know Lego is like me just being like creative and not necessarily following the instructions. I did, I did follow instructions as well. I just that's not the majority of my Lego experience. I actually had a because I've always been like a huge Lego fan and a huge Star Wars fan. I had Jabba's barge from Jedi. That was sick. I had that. That was the like full Lego set that existed for the longest without me tearing it apart. I think I eventually did, but for the longest time I didn't. There we go. We got a little Luke with his little lightsaber there. The camera, it's a very harsh light on the camera, but we got a little Luke. I'm gonna have him sit right over here. I'm gonna move the knife. Where do we have him sit? Let's have him sit. Well, let's actually have it. Wait, hold on. Let's see. This is already bad. My brain is already like, I can do something. My brain just now was like, ooh, let's build him a chair. Like, I'm gonna build him a chair and he can sit down. But then I was like, wait, hold on now. All these pieces, I need to like make a ship. Like, I can't just have a chair. Do I have like another Lego something over here? I wish I would have gotten like a handful of Legos from the box. I could have made Luke like a little chair and set him on the side. For now, let's do it anyway. Fuck it. Who cares? We're making him a chair. Luke wants a chair. We're making him a chair. Let's get a 4 long piece. We could probably do it with this 3 as well, but let's see if we can maybe find a 4 long. I'm just playing with Lego. I'm so excited. I'm a kid right now, yo. Oh, this is cool. I fucking love Lego. It's genuinely so awesome. Like, just being able to flex those creative muscles of yours. Okay, we're gonna do this super janky. This is not how, like, professional builders would probably make a chair for Mr. Luke Skywalker. But I don't think that Luke would really want... He doesn't need anything super bougie, He's a simpler guy. It's a little moisture farmer on a backwoods planet need for opulence. In this case, well, I guess we're just getting him a really, really simple chair because I can't find the piece that I want. I want like one of these guys. I don't just want to make it out of these. That probably won't work. Let's use these little black pieces, actually. That's what we'll do. We'll use these black pieces. And then we'll put this on. There you go. This is Luke's chair until we need him. He lives on this little chair for now. Nothing too major, but I don't think Luke needs anything major. He's a simple guy. He's a simple guy. He can live right here. There you go. Luke, do you feel good about that? All right, I see pieces for R2. Let's make an R2 real quick. I love how much like old Star Wars Lego pieces haven't changed. Like the way you make R2 here is the same way you made R2 back in the day. Which, granted, there's not much to it. Why reinvent a very simple thing? But there we go. A little R2 there. And then you can give him like... I might not have it, but you could give him like a little peg. So like, you could do something like that. And there's his like third leg that he walks around on. Anyway, let's have R2 just live right here next to Luke. We'll have him in the foreground there. There we go. I see other... there's a bag right here where I think... Yeah, so in this bag here has Leia and General Odana. We're not going to mess with that. We're just going to leave Luke and R2. They're the main points. Leia and the General, they're like fine, I guess. It's not really what we care about, though. This is going to be a mess. I have some, like... I'll try to keep some of these bags somewhat together, but I think a lot of what's going to take time here is probably just finding the pieces, because I'm not really going to try to sort all these. And I've kind of already, like, just opened these haphazardly. That That's just the world we exist in right now. And I just don't really care. That's how we're doing it. Ow, shit. There's a sister Lego set that goes with this, where instead of the X-Wing, it's a TIE Fighter, for like the same price, same quality, around the same pieces, and I thought about buying that, but I was like, you know what? Let me just build the X-Wing, and if I like the X-Wing, then I'll buy the TIE Fighter. So if I do end up buying the TIE Fighter, maybe I'll be a little bit more organized. But, well, whatever. What bag did we open? We did open bag 1. That's good. So this is there's a little graphic here telling you to open bag 1, build, and then open bag 2. So it's not a big deal that we opened up Luke over here, because that's what they wanted us to do anyway. There we are. I love the look of Lego instructions. I went to a thing a while back, a long time ago when I was a kid. It was this program where if you were like a younger kid, I mean, it spanned for many years, but it's this thing called College for Kids, where basically you take like college-styled classes as you were younger. And one of the classes that I took when I was a kid there was like a Lego class. And a lot of what we learned was like engines. There are a number of different Lego pieces that are, Lego like sets or whatever that are engines, and it kind of teaches you engineering while also being Lego. And that's the last time that I can remember messing with Legos to this capacity where I'm like actually following instructions. And it's not to say that I wasn't like creative with it, because I was, but that's what I can remember last. Again, I do enjoy... Alright, so we are at step number 4, and I already need to dismantle Luke's chair. Sorry, Luke. I didn't decide this. Okay. He's just gonna have to sit over here next to R2. Because we need his chair. I need a lot of his chair, actually. VOD watchers, if there is anybody watching the VOD, hello again. I'm listening to The Who right now, but specifically their appearances on Jedi Survivor, as the band, I can't remember the name of the in-universe band, but they did some music for Jedi Survivor. I'm probably going to change that at some point. I'm not really feeling like metal right now, but I thought that it was like fitting, because I think that they're very good songs. I don't know what I'm going to listen to, but it probably won't be The Who for very long. I do really enjoy it, though. It's nice. Again, it's such good songs. Getting this Mongolian, but if you don't know who The Who is, they're a Mongolian metal band, and it's so good for Star Wars because to us English speakers, it sounds like Huttese essentially. Because it's like umbe uwe umbai uwe o. I think that's kind of what they sound like a little bit. That's my Mongolian statistics. Like, nobody watching my stream or my VODs are probably in Mongolia, but, like, there's probably, like, maybe, like, a dude who's seen one of my shorts in Mongolia. I wonder what he thinks of what I just did. I'm looking for a 1x1 piece, and I'm not seeing it anywhere. I am Confucian. I'm looking for a 1x1 gray piece. Uh-oh. I'm actually looking for 2 of them. And I don't even see one of them. Did I push some of these aside? Uh-oh. We've already lost pieces. And we're not even on step 8. I'm on step 8, and I can't even... Alright, stop being stupid. Let me look for it a little bit more diligently. Did I drop pieces? Oh, no. They're just not gray. They're very white, actually. And they were in the bag that I hadn't opened yet from this bag. The small bag from the big bag that I hadn't opened yet. That's the game for today. Search for pieces. Can Devin correctly identify... Kenteris, that's not my name. You didn't hear that. Can Kenteris correctly identify the pieces that he needs? Does the color look right? Does the piece look correct? All right, next page. This is a true test, by the way, of my ability to just entertain myself or try to entertain another person who just isn't here, or excuse me, a mass of people who aren't here, which is usually what I have to do on my streams anyway, because I'm just not a big streamer, so I'm just constantly talking to myself. Which I talk about that sometimes with like my roommates, where I'm like, yeah, you just start to develop the ability to be able to just talk for a really long time and hope that what you're saying is kind of entertaining, and hope that at any moment if somebody comes in, they could be entertained by what you're saying, and then hopefully chat, and then if they chat, it makes things a million times easier. This is the ultimate test of that, because I don't even have like a game to bounce off of. And I'm having to search for pieces. I'm having to like dedicate like half of my brain to finding this flat 4x2 piece that I can't find, and half of my brain to just constantly talking in hopes that somebody comes in and hears that I'm constantly talking. Because you wouldn't ever want them to hear like a lull. Here it is. Okay. And then I've never seen pieces like this before. Check out this. It's like a... I don't know if you can even really see that all that well. It's like a weird corner kind of piece. There's only one of them. And it goes... Okay, well, hold on. Let me grab these other pieces. There's this, which goes right here. This must be the cockpit. I think that's what we're building right here. I think that little, like... Well, maybe... I don't know. We'll have to see what that is, because I'm not quite sure. But I think that's what we're making. I think we're making the cockpit right here. This is... In this bag has the glass for the cockpit, so I imagine that's the case. Putting this guy right here. So if that's the case, then Luke will have a chair. It'll be all right. I had to take apart his chair to make him a much grander chair. I'm glad I'm not having any issue following these instructions. I was kind of worried that was like a skill that I maybe would have like started to lose, essentially. I was afraid that might be like a skill that I started to lose as I got older. But we're doing okay. I'm not really confused so far, except for just like missing a piece, obviously, but that's not really the instructions' fault. That's just me being stupid. But we're doing okay on this. I think I'm understanding everything fine. I don't 100% understand where it's going, but we're doing okay. I'm not having to be like, what the heck? Where does this go? Now, this is the part where it cuts and fast forwards to me being like utterly confused on step 58, where I have no idea where something's supposed to go. All right, we're setting this aside. We're making like a... Looks like we're making like a hinged something now. Okay, we need a long piece. We're getting a very long piece. Probably this long. And a less long. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, okay. That goes there, and this goes here. I want to make sure I do this correctly. Come on. I am having trouble. There we go. Got it. Okay. Now we're getting a little hinged piece. Look at this guy. Yeah. Ooh. There we go. All right, cool. Let's put this bad boy here. And another one in the opposite direction. Here it is. Right? That one goes this way, and this one goes this way. Okay. Now we need a single tiniest little Lego piece you could possibly have in the entire world. That thing would get lost. Let's put this right here. There we go. Make sure it's not spinning. No, we're good. Get a cross piece. This is an interesting little piece. I'm attaching it right there. Looks like a brown piece with a hole. Doing this here and another one right here. This is actually, so far we've finally hit the spot where it's like slightly confusing, where I'm like, what the heck is what am I building? Because so far I just have like a weird hinged in 2 spots long piece with like some weird brown bits on it. Suffice it to say, I'm slightly confused. Looks like we're doing it again. Right? Yes. Yes, we are doing it again. More hinge. I think I've now gone off of the Who's music, so I think I'm going to put on a new song here in a moment. I don't know what. I don't know what would be good. I don't know what to listen to. Okay. Got that on there. Yeah. Another hinge. Okay. Now I'm supposed to connect this to this. Oh, this is a really... Oh, I see. What I'm building is I'm building the point of the X-Wing, which is very interesting. Okay, how am I supposed to do this? I have this here, and I have this here. This goes here. There we go. Aha! They're together now. I have like a wishbone. And then they connect onto the bigger one. And because they're hinged pieces, they can connect at a weird angle, which is very clever. I didn't really think about how we would have the X-Wing point. But the way that we do that is with hinges. It's also kind of loose, but that's okay. As we move on to the next part, let me find some more music real quick. I'm probably just going to play some Future Funk. That tends to be my go-to. I actually feel like I feel like something different today, though. Maybe Wolfpack. If you don't know who Wolfpack is, they're great. They're a very good band. Very good, like, jazz band. A fun jazz band. All right, there you go. It's pretty quiet in the background for me, so I can focus on this. All right. Setting this aside, we're working on something new. Ooh, no, Luke fell over. How long has he been falling over? That's not good. All right. If I'm actually paying attention to the instructions this time, I can see that it wants me to have some pieces ready. A yellow piece here, a long gray piece. There we go. Like beige piece would be right here. One of these weird little like circular blue pieces. Actually, we want both weird circular blue pieces. A pipe thing. This is kind of like what I was talking about earlier about like you get for like R2's third leg. I feel weird saying that. I don't like calling his little like, well, third leg a third leg. I don't like calling it that. It's wrong. All right. Dark gray with light gray. The beige here. One of the brown pieces right here. I'm having to move because my light is up there. And, like, you can see as I move, like, it's casting a shadow. I'm having to, like, move as it's casting a shadow onto my instructions here, which is unfortunate. There's just not really anything I can do about that. But I wish it wasn't the case. There you go. Stick the pipe in here. Boom. Stacking the blue pieces on top. And lay it all over with the yellow. I remember whenever the Lego movie was announced, and me as well as like everybody else in the world was like, that sounds like it's going to be terrible. Remember how wrong we were? Thank God. That movie slapped. And then like Lego Batman was good too. We probably shouldn't have been so surprised though, because like Lego genuinely had like good media even before the Lego movie. Like they had Lego Star Wars like movies, little like direct to DVD movies, and those are pretty good too. And I'm not just saying that as like nostalgia, like as a kid. I'm pretty sure like they were actually just genuinely good. And then here comes the Lego movie, and it's absolutely amazing. Lego Batman also really good. Legos just slaps. There's a weird brown thing here. I don't know what I'm looking at. This brown thing seems like it has more instructions than the others. I don't know why. Ah, there we go. Okay. It's a very flat point on the end of that brown part now. They have a little depiction on the instructions here, but it's like this is 1-to-1 what the piece looks like, and I don't know why. I feel like I wouldn't get confused by that being there, which makes me worried. It makes me worried that I'm not confused. I'm like, should I have more trouble with this? Why does it seem very easy to me, but y'all seem to be like spelling it out like I'm a fucking idiot? Speaking of being an idiot, where's the other piece? There it is. We got it. Okay. We have pieces that go into other pieces here. Let's build them. I just blew your mind with that sentence there, huh? Pieces that go into other pieces. Let's build them. I just described Lego. Alright. This goes on the inside. Where does it go? Next to... There we go. I'll show the progress after I finish step 29 here. It's coming along. I can definitely tell that like this is the front of the X-Wing. I'm hoping there's enough to have Luke sit in this and be comfortable. I would be great in the Toy Story universe. Did Toy Story ever explore Lego? I feel like maybe they did in like the... I haven't seen like Toy Story 4, I think it was. The last one I saw was the one with Lotso. I don't remember which one that was. We're still wiggling. That'll probably be solved here in a moment. Probably by this piece, which I imagine is going to fit on there somewhere and probably like flatten it all out. But we're getting a little thing. Anyway, the last Toy Story I saw was the one with Lotso. I think that was 3. But I feel like maybe in 4, like I think they made a 5, right? I think in one of those, maybe they explored Lego. That sounds crazy though. The idea of like all of the like because the army men are pretty close to the idea of like just a lot of toys. Oh, I missed a piece. Where did I just turn? Oh, I turned the page too much. Uh-oh, I missed a whole page. Roll it back. Here we go. Alright, we're good. We're layering some smooth pieces now on the side. Love that. You know it starts to come together as a ship whenever you get some smooth pieces that you could theoretically then decal. You don't necessarily decal it. Sometimes it's just not necessary. But, you know, you start to get that. You get the idea, at least, that you could. This is, I mentioned it earlier, but this is one of the things that I think makes this Lego set a little bit more cheaper than like potentially a more expensive X-Wing, is that like you just have less smooth pieces and less decals, and it's just not as well detailed. I think that makes it like a little bit cheaper. I am confused. We put that little like brown piece in there earlier, and now Oh, actually, I see why it does it. It does have like structural integrity. Some of this is really interesting from like an engineering perspective. That's one of the beautiful things about Lego is that like you can kind of learn how things work. Because we just put in we put the brown thing into the front right over here a little bit ago, and now I just blocked it up with this gray piece right here, and I couldn't figure out why. But that's because the brown piece goes through here and into that little like thing that where my finger's pointing right there, and it just keeps it all together from the front, which is actually super clever. It's cool. I didn't realize that's what was happening. Frank Sinatra. 1612. If I just like karaoke throughout this entire thing. That'd probably be pretty awful, huh? I always like these slatted Lego pieces. I don't know why. It's a very weird thing to say, but it's true. I like the slatted Lego pieces. Is there only supposed to be one of these? No, there's supposed to be two. Where is the other one? Ah, no. I'm not doing gray. I'm doing white. Oh, I just dropped my first piece. It's fine. It landed on my foot. It's right here. It was also very visible. It was a very bright green stud. We're good, but that was almost concerning. What? 6, 1, 2. Speak of the devil. I need the green stud now. 16, 12. I wonder how much like creative liberties they take with X-wings like this, because like it's not the big one, the most like highly detailed one. So like it's probably not entirely screen accurate, but we just added on a green piece right there in the front that you can only see from the sides. And I'm thinking like I wonder if, well, I was about to say I wonder if you'd be able to see it on the actual X-wing, but this next step here makes it to where you can't even see it on the Lego set because I just covered it up. So I'm not really sure what the point of that was. Anyway, point still stands though. I wonder how screen accurate these are and how much like liberties they have to take with just making it work in general. I have no idea. I have fortunately not had to use our little like orange pry bar over here yet. I'd like to be able to get through this whole build without making a mistake and needing to redo it. Mistake time is coming up though, because now it's needing us to do a decal, which is terrifying. I am afraid of my abilities with the decal, and I might not do it quite right. We'll see. It's funny when I was telling my roommates about I've made a mistake, and it was pretty far back. I think it might be easy to fix, maybe, but I might need to go back quite a ways. Let's see if I can do this. No. We're okay. I can fix it right here. There was a thing earlier where I needed to have an extra layer here that I didn't have. It asked for 2 layers of 3, and I only did 1. That was almost bad. I just fixed it. All is well. That could have been a mistake. We're okay. All is well. I'm actually... My body temperature just rose. I really thought that I messed up there. I mean, I did mess up. I thought that I messed up in, like, I'm going to have to take apart half of the spaceship. But no, we're okay. Okay. We're putting the decal on now, which is concerning. Decal number 1. Rising action rises. Okay. Now, this is always the part of Lego where you could really mess it up if you don't line it up properly. It's also the part that, like, could give it some character if you don't line it up properly. But if you don't want that character, then sucks for you. Okay, that made me incredibly nervous, but I put it on pretty all right there. All right, cool. We're good. So, when I was telling my roommates about this, about how I bought it or whatever, and I mentioned that, like, there's also the TIE Fighter that you can buy for about the same price and about the same pieces and all that. My roommate was like, oh, you could hang them from your ceiling as if they're fighting each other. And I was like, no, that's stupid. I'm not 14 years old. That thought 100% crossed my mind. Before he ever said anything, I had that thought. Alright. We're doing it upside down now. Okay, never mind. We just put in one piece that was upside down. But can you imagine, like, I want to, like, bring a girl home or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, come on in, baby, and she sees not only a Lego X-Wing and a Lego TIE Fighter, which is already, like, just gonna be there, like, as I am, like, right now, but they're hanging from the ceiling in imitation of fighting each other. Like, that's rough. Oh, we're putting the console on now. There we go. Cool. There's a little computer there. We're definitely getting a little seat. Interestingly enough, it seems like Luke's not actually going to sit on studs. Like, he's not going to sit like this, where, like, you would do that. It seems like he's going to sit in here like this. On, like, he's on smooth pieces. But there's a little slot for his legs. And he just sits in there like that. You know, he's snug enough. He's not falling out, but he can also take him out really easily. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. What do we got next? Got the console on. We got these two little guys. And then these. Ooh, no, that's too small. Some weird hook pieces now. Let's see, weird hook. This is taking longer than I was expecting. That's okay. I don't really care how long this takes. Admittedly, I would probably, if I wasn't streaming this, I'd probably be doing this while watching Star Wars. Like, maybe one of the shows, but at the very least a movie. Oh, here you go. Cockpit's going on. Aw, yeah, that's what the hook things were for. Aw, I love Lego cockpits so much. They feel so good. Yeah. Hell yeah. Is that all there is for this, or is there a little bit more? There's a little bit more. Wait, no, there's not. No, that's it for bag one. Everything else is just extra pieces. I have an extra lightsaber handle, an extra green piece, and an extra little one piece. The one piece is real. I'm gonna get rid of these bags. Crinkle sound's gonna be bad for here for a moment. Throw them away. I'm gonna put these extra pieces out of the way over here. And although he won't be able to hold his lightsaber, I'm gonna put Luke in the cockpit because that feels appropriate. Oh, he has to be like leaning back a little. I guess that's why it's got like a... Oh, no, there we go. Hold on. There you go. Okay, he's like leaned back in the thing. I did that all out of frame. There you go. Luke's in his little thing. And I did this as a kid with a few things. I had Jedi Interceptors from episode 3. You take the lightsaber off and you can just hide it in a little cubby. I don't know if that's intentional, if they made it to do that. That's what I did. And now he's in there with his lightsaber. And obviously the problem is now you just have a saber blade that you don't know what to do with. But Luke's got his lightsaber at least. I'll take the lightsaber out and keep it together. I'm going to have R2 hold on to the saber, I think. I don't know if I can. No. Oh, yeah, there you go. R2 is just going to hold on to the saber right there like that. Why did Steam just open? Steam, get out of my face. There you go. So, R2's got the saber. I'll have R2 live over here with his saber. We'll put that down like that. We're still going to work on the X-Wing here. So, Luke's going to sit in the cockpit and while we work on it. But that's okay. He can just live there. I'm going to be right back. No, I'm not. Never mind. I didn't go very far, huh? My Google Assistant just went off. Okay, little crinkle bag here. Oh, just pouring it all out over here onto my mouse pad. There we go. I bet Lego, like, aficionados hate that. Lego aficionados hate this one trick because it's ineffective. They hate it because you're making things worse for yourself. No, it's probably fine. Probably. The first step in this bag is to make Leia and General Odana. I believe that's what it is, General Odana. I actually had no idea who the weird dude with the white, like, Einstein-looking hair was. Until I was watching New Hope and I saw it. Does every Lego character have two faces now? I remember only a few of them back in the day had two, but Luke does, General Odana does Leia? Leia does. Huh. Kind of cool. I like the option. Ooh, General Odana has a blaster. Hold on. Where's the blaster? Ah, I found the blaster. There it is. I think Leia has her own blaster as well. Yeah, she does. Here you go. There's General Odana with his little blaster and his, like, receding hairline. It's actually so my light is too bright. And then let's make Leia. I see all the pieces for Leia here. I don't see the gun, but that's okay. Should she be determined or just, like, soft smile? Determined feels correct for Carrie Fisher. Oh, yeah. Got the classic hair with it, too. The loops. Oh, I just tried to put her hair on backwards. Is her blaster in here? I'm sure it is, but where? Where is... Oh, look, she's got a tiny gun. I'll show you in a moment once I get it together here, but she has a itty-bitty gun. I was thinking about it. Her her dress here is not like the classic one where it's just like straight down, like the type from the 80s. It's like as if she's walking. It's like draping behind her. Look at that tiny little blaster. It's adorable. And she's like, I'm actually gonna take the lightsaber away from R2 and give it to Leia, because it's kind of appropriate that she would have a lightsaber. She never got it in canon, but there you go. Got all the little guys over here now. Oh, don't fall down, General. There we go. The minifigs. Okay. That was step 1 of this. I'll be right back yet again. Give me a second. I gotta check. Alright, sorry. I hate stepping away like that. I went and got a beer. Just so that way I wouldn't have to step away again when I run out. Okay. Alright, bag 2. Starting off with this weird looking piece. And we have a blue long piece. This is actually an incredibly weird looking piece. Let's add the blue. Get some gray in there. Well, at the very beginning, it's funny because it's like you don't really like have a great idea of how all of it is going to take shape. And it's just like you pick up a piece, it's like, okay, you have this blue piece and you have this dark gray piece. You pick up the dark gray piece and you're like, okay, well, I'm going to connect this to the blue piece somehow. And at least if you're me, you have like an initial instinct of like how you're going to do it. And that's never how you end up doing it. They always end up having you connect it in some other way that, like, it makes sense in the end, of course. It's just not how you expect it to go. Alright, bring the cockpit back in. Oh, we're attaching this on the back. Okay. Is this correct? Yes, it seems to be. Spaceships are cool. It's a hot take of the century right there, I know, but like it's really coming together where you're like, that's a motherfucking spaceship. We're now installing 2 red rods into the back. Oh, they don't go all the way in. They just stick out a little bit. Okay. There we go. Okay. I don't know what the point of this is. I'm sure it'll all come together, but... Okay, now we're making what looks like an engine block. I gotta set the cockpit aside. You'll see what I mean in a moment. But it just looks like a fucking engine block. If there's anybody watching this in the future as a VOD, put some music on if you don't already have it on. Because I'm listening to some jazz right now. I'm listening to a band called Wolfpack. And doing this without music seems awful. God, this really is a freaking engine block that I'm making here. I mean, I'm not saying like it like actually is. Like I know that that's what we're making. It's just it certainly seems like that's what we're making. I almost messed up again. I'm like not really paying attention to like the proper orientation, and that's probably very important. Maybe it's not. Maybe the exact orientation of what I just tried to build isn't important, but I imagine it probably is. That would have been bad. That one goes in the middle. Another one here. No. Oh no, they did that in the other order. Okay. Nope, we're good, we're good, we're good. Put this in here. This in here. A weird piece is somewhere. Oh, this. I don't even know how to like describe these various pieces because this is like flatter than the others. All I can say is like this. Where is this? Here is this. I know that's compelling content, but I'm just I'm like I don't know. There's the other one. Okay, well, this is step one of the engine block looking thing. Neat. Legos. I know, right? Yeah. How you doing, Nikki? I just felt like I had an impulse buy the other day. I said the other day, it was yesterday. I don't know if I missed that chat for a while. I feel like I probably did. I'm like all focused on doing this. Someone watching the VOD will probably see that pop up on stream and they'll be like, ooh, he ignored that chat for a long time. I am just so engrossed in trying to put this all together. Doing all right. Just had an impulse buy as well, and you didn't. Was actually very prompt. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, okay, cool. I'm not used to. Oh, other way. Chat down there in the corner. Wait. Where is it? There it is. That chat right there in the corner. I don't know how quickly it goes away. So I looked over, I responded, and I was like, the chat's not there. I think I missed his response. C'est la vie. What did you impulse buy? For me, I was watching New Hope. I'm a humongous Star Wars fan, right? I was just watching New Hope yesterday, and I was like, I'm gonna look on Amazon to see just like what Star Wars merch they have. And I saw Lego Star Wars, and I was like, oh, I love Lego so much. I love Lego Star Wars. It's been years since I've messed with Lego, and I'm an adult now. I'm an adult. I'm an adult now, so like I can just drop $50 on a Lego set. It's not even that big of a deal. So I did that, and then while it was in my cart, I was like, you know what? I can stream this. I can at least try to make a little bit of content out of it. I bought a Souls-like where you beat up demonic creatures with a plushie. Interesting. With a plushie. Okay. We have this part of the engine. Does this part of the engine block match with this part of the engine block? Again, I don't know that it's an engine block, but that's what it feels like. Yes. Yes. Yes, it goes together. It looked funny. It was cheap, so why not? Have you played it yet? Did it any good? What's it called? Oh, no, wait. What am I supposed to add here? Ah, I see what I'm supposed to add. Oh, no. Okay, we dropped piece number 2. The first piece we dropped was a tiny, tiny little green piece. I saw it pretty quickly. This time, it was a black piece. That was almost bad. I'm also wearing black sweatpants, so that was almost really bad. It's okay, though. We're good. There we go. All right. It's called Plushie from the Sky. Have you played it yet? I assume based on the way you're talking about it, you have yet to give it a shot, but right on. I hope it's good. In case you can't tell, by the way, I know it's in the title. We're making an X-Wing. I have this part right here. You got Luke in the little cockpit there. I have I've got Leia here. I've given her Luke's lightsaber for now while he goes on the trench run. I've got General Odana, which is just that dude that gives orders. And I've got a little R2. So that's what we're working with so far. Everything else from here on out is no more minifigs. It's just straight up building. Okay, this little red dick piece goes on. And yeah, I could tell from the body of the ship. Makes sense. Okay, we're moving. We're in the much more technical part of the build now, where I'm like having to like pick it up and restart and go with a new section of the build. The moment I showed up, I was like, "Oh, neat, Star Wars! Hell yeah! I fucking love Star Wars. I love Star Wars so much." Nikki, I don't know if you've seen. I know it's been a hot minute since I've streamed consistently and therefore had, anybody chatting or anything like that. Nikki, I don't know if you've seen my shorts lately or anything, but I actually got a Star Wars tattoo not that long ago, like a little over a week ago. I can't show it very well. It's an Arabesh, which is the Star Wars alphabet, and it says OMG, it's Glup Shitto. Because I fucking love Star Wars. Alright, let's see. By the way, Nikki, if you haven't seen it, I just put out a video yesterday. Put out a new video on the YouTube where I was playing Valorant, and I got shocked every time I died with the shot collar. I actually still have the shot collar right here next to me. I just dropped another piece. This thing fucking hurt. If you didn't see that, you might want to check it out. It's kind of cool. Anyway, let's see. What do we got? Where is this going? Like this. Again, this is a very difficult little like section to like commentate over because I don't know how to say like this weird pipe thing goes in this little thing. That's fine though. We're good. Oh, this all moves. We should have another. Is it a 5-piece? It is a 5-piece. There we go. Is that correct? I think that is correct so far. Okay, we need 4 of these guys. Oh, we need 4 of everything. 4 of these. 4 little black bars. 4 red pieces. And 4 gray pieces. There we go. Okay, cool. Let's put this together. Got the gray pieces. I have a bit of news of my own if you want to hear what I've been up to. Lay it on me. What do you got, man? What's going on in your life? Besides impulse buying, well-received Souls-likes involving plushies. How does this connect? What the heck? Am I supposed to make 2 of these? I finally found a website to watch my favorite Charlotte. Hell yeah, what was the anime? And what was the website, I suppose? Unless it was a legal website. In that case, we don't ever want to hear it. Because we would never do anything illegal on this channel. I'm going to skip this song. I don't really like this song all that much. I do like this song, though. Okay, hold on. I'm getting confused by this. How the hell am I supposed to do this? I think it's like this. Yeah, it goes in like this. Got it. The Slayers. And the website isn't important. I've never heard of the Slayers. I used to be a lot bigger of a anime nerd, so I'm kind of out of practice, I guess you could say. I'm out of. I just don't know. I don't know old anime. I never really did know old anime, to be honest. But I especially don't know it now. You know, find you a new groove. Find you a new, find All you need to know is there's no legitimate service that allows you to watch it in the U.S. Gotcha. Well, what's the anime about, though? Did you say it was your favorite childhood? Yeah, favorite childhood anime. What did you like it because it was just like the first anime that you had ever seen, or was it like so it like holds like a nostalgic place in your heart, or was it just like just legitimately just an awesome anime? Because I've got a few that are kind of like that, where it's just like one of my first anime, my first like non shonen anime. Well, I guess it was kind of shonen, but the first anime that wasn't Dragon Ball Z, kind of both. Fair enough. The first anime that wasn't Dragon Ball Z that I liked, because Dragon Ball Z was my first, was what was it called? Rosario and Vampire, which is, you might know it. It was kind of popular for a while, but it's fucking bad. It's also just like an ecchi anime, but I was horny as a kid, so I just like liked it. But it's also like it kind of holds a little bit of nostalgia for me. But like I have gone back later and watched a little bit of it, and it is just bad. I've heard of it. It's not great. 95. Okay. Yeah, Rosario Vampire is not good. It's you watch it for boobs, but it's also like old ecchi anime where it's like, a million tropes that are just like not good. But whenever you're 11 years old, it is right up your alley. Find you another, find you a new groove. Oh my god, there's so many of these pieces that are all very similar. I have no idea what I'm making. I'm afraid I might have to make another one of these. These might I've been referring to these as engine blocks. These might legitimately be engine blocks, and I may be making the engines on the side of the plane, or the ship. Excuse me. No, I don't think so. I think this is actually going on the back of the ship. So here's about a group straight out of D&D game fighting monsters and political corruption. That's kind of interesting. Fighting monsters and political corruption, that just immediately reminded me of that one isekai, where I don't remember the context. People are like, shit, I can't remember it. The one where the intro is like database. Anyway, what I'm saying is unimportant. Okay, going back to the engine block. This goes in here like this. Is that it? It just gets held in by two pieces? Okay. I guess this goes in and gets held in by two pieces. The anime does have slapstick comedy, but doesn't know how to be serious. That's good. Okay, now we attach this. Sorry, I'm like really trying to focus on this because this is starting to get confusing. Look at this fucking monstrosity that I'm building here. This is dense. And it's like just got pipes and shit everywhere. This is oh no. And I have to stick decals on it too. Okay, we can do this. I'm supposed to look at it like this. And then we're putting decals on top here. We're doing 11 and 10. Decals are the scary part. I had to put one decal on earlier, and it was just on the nose right there. You can see that little yellow thing where it's supposed to kind of look like messed up paint. This part is the scary part. Okay. 11. Let me really make sure I'm doing this right. 11 goes right here. I've thought about doing like a Gundam before. Like I've built a Gundam before. In fact, I'll get up and I'll show my Gundam here after I put these decals on. Hey, that's pretty good. Did that one alright. The thing I love about the anime, though, it's actually got a fourth season in the mid-2010s and delivered what could be a closing chapter to the series. That's awesome. I really, really, really hate whenever anime, finishes off with like an ending where it's like, it just doesn't get a second season, and it's really like begging for a second season, or it's just like meet mop, read the manga. Um, but that's very cool that it several years later had another little like secondary season. I kind of messed that decal up. That's okay. That's okay. The decals can be a little messed up. It just proves that you put in work and you built it yourself, you know? Okay. There we go. Ooh, those decals are rough. Those do not line up. Hey, oh well. Well, technically a fourth and fifth season that were half the sizes of the first three seasons. That's fine. I mean, hey, it finished the series though. That's what matters. The only thing that I can really think of that had something where that I watched that did that is like Samurai Jack. It's the only thing I can really think of. Um, did I do this right? It's a really bad time to say that sentence. I think I did. They just have this up weird. I'm glad Jack got back to the past. Yeah. Okay. We're now attaching this on here. Oh, dog's barking outside. Okay, this is very strange. I think it goes like this. There we go. Okay. I think that's right. The cockpit has gotten a lot bigger. It is more and more becoming a spaceship. But we're not done with this bag yet. But real quick, while I'm thinking about it, let me get my Gundam real quick. I was never really a big fan of Gundam. Mechs in general, I just wasn't a fan of. I was a fan of a few mech anime. Well, at least it could be considered mech anime. Things like Code Geass, which in my mind is not a mech anime, but it is technically. Never really into mech anime. But the latest season of, the latest series, G-Witches, I loved so much I actually bought a Gunpla and put this together eventually. And like the decals, I spent so long to make sure I got the decals on it right. But these things are so freaking precise. It was nerve-wracking. Definitely better than the decals I just put on this Lego set. But anyway, I'll put my toys up now. Let me put my toy up so I can go and play with my other toys. All right. We're making what looks like another engine block now. This is a very technical part of the build. It's not like wings or anything. It's just the back. Two of these guys. The final villain was pretty epic, though. They brought back the first main antagonist from Season 1 so he could reprise his plan for world destruction. Nice. A little callback. Hell yeah, we love that. We love a callback. I guess it's not really a callback, huh? It's just like a straight up... I guess I don't really know what you would call it. The only anime that I can think of, like, obviously I mentioned, like... Jack Black, Samurai Jack. Samurai Jack did that, but there was a mech anime that did that as well. Again, back to mech anime. I don't really like mech anime, but I have friends that liked it. I think it was Gun something or other, I think was the name of it, where like they had a second season much later. But I think the way they did that is it was like kind of in the same universe, but they didn't really say that it was like a sequel. And so for fans of the series, they watched it, and then like at the end of the series, they had like this big event that ended up revealing like, hey, this is also the end to that old anime or whatever. This is a terrible reprisal that I'm giving because like I don't know the details of it. I just can't remember, but I don't know, it was a thing. He was honestly the most threatening villain from the series as a whole. All of them were threatening. But honestly, how can you top literally trying to resurrect the universe's version of Satan? Yeah, fair enough. I tend to like stories that are a little more on the reserved side, but I can dig that. There's a book series that I really, really like called Cosmere. It's a fantasy series. If you read fantasy, you probably know what it is. But I, for a long time, didn't read fantasy, so I didn't know what it was. Now I do. But I've read the Cosmere. I love it. It's absolutely amazing. But my favorite book, or excuse me, my favorite story in the Cosmere is the one that is just the like least world threatening, where like the conflict is all just like one lady's plight, and like she's worried about like her family or whatever, but it's like it's a very much subtler story. But it's hard to do that with fantasy. Fantasy so often is like these super super grand threats, and that's not a problem by any means. You know, I'm building a Star Wars set for God's sake. I'm wearing a Star Wars shirt and I have a Star Wars tattoo. Like, you want to talk about like universe-ending threats? Like, the main villain of this series is trying to take over the entire galaxy. So it's like, you don't have a problem with big big villains or whatever. I just also really appreciate the smaller ones as well. Reserved the series is not. I like that. Oh, is there supposed to be a gap here? Hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself here. I need to pay attention whenever it says 2 of these pieces instead of only 1. We're almost done with bag 2. Again, this is lasting a lot longer than I was expecting, but that's okay. I'm not mad about it. I'm going to open up the other beer here in a moment. I thought about trying to do, like, making this higher stakes. Funnily enough, a conversation about stakes that I was just having. Or the conversation we were just having about stakes. I was thought about making this entire build process have higher stakes, where I was, like, maybe going to do a thing where, like, if I say, like, a word or something like that, I have to, like, do some kind of punishment. My brain is immediately going to go to a shot collar, because, again, I just did that video where I had a shot collar. But one, I don't want to get shocked again. That video, that hurt. That video sucked. I mean, I think it's a good video, but oh, it was just like, ow. And also, I don't really like. I don't know how to set it up properly to be able to do that. But then I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm just gonna do just a chilled out. I'm just gonna build a thing. Have a little love for Star Wars. I'm just gonna build a Lego set. This is a very strange thing I just made. I have absolutely no idea. Like, I know where it's supposed to go because I'm looking at the instructions, but, like, I wouldn't. I wonder if you can hear my dog barking outside. She's in the backyard. My roommates, I think, let her out. Ooh, yeah. Look at that. That is long. Again, I mentioned it earlier at the beginning of the stream. This box is bigger than I was expecting. I thought that this box was going to be, like, this big. It's big. Okay, we're still not done with this bag though. Holy crap. We're getting there. We're just not there yet. All right, let's see. It is. Yeah, it's big. Okay, we have made this weird thing, which is weird. Is this supposed to go in to this now? There we go. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I guess I'm guessing we're making another one of these. Oh, not quite. What the heck? This is very strange. I do not understand. Yeah, okay, I am gonna make another one of these. Serve somebody. Oh no, we have to do another decal. Uh-oh. Decal time, everybody. Wow, 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 wow. Decal time. Alright, hold on. We're putting 2. Oh, I did that one really quickly. Hey, you know what? It turned out alright, though. I don't think you can really notice any mistakes on the camera. I can kind of notice some mistakes in person, but that's okay. I'll take it. It's on there. That's what matters. And now we put this... There we go. We're getting smooth edges. That's when you know it's really coming together as a ship, is when you got the smooth edges. Leia, General Adana, can you stop falling down, please? You guys just need to hang out over here. You guys aren't even going to get in the ship. This little guy is. That's what I love about these. Like I love things that are functional. And R2 here, I think, is going to fit right in here. Maybe not quite. There's something in there. R2 fits in the ship. And I love that. I love R2 being able to fit in the ship somewhere. The best part of the fight with that villain, though, after he summoned the demon, the main character couldn't resort to the spell she initially used because she actually understood it then. It was a spell that could literally cause a black hole if it messed up, and given how flippantly she used it in the first fight, she didn't want to take the risk again, now that she understood how extreme things could go bad. She had to, though, and ooh, the final clash was so satisfying. That's great. Oh. Oh no. I'm getting... Wait, it was foaming up there for a moment. We're good. No overflow. Oh, it took a moment. Okay. I'm sorry for rambling. Dude, you're big chilling. Don't even sweat it. I was telling my roommates, I tell anybody who listens, really, one of the things with streaming at this level of fame, that is to say, none fame, where it's, nobody's really listening, is it makes it very, very hard to ramble myself, right? Because that's the goal of what I'm supposed to be doing here. I'm supposed to be entertaining. And it can be very difficult whenever nobody is around to listen to what I have to say. Or not that nobody's around to listen to what I have to say, but just that, well, yeah, I mean, nobody's around to engage is the problem, right? When you have 0 chatters, it's very, very difficult to just talk for hours and hours and hours. And I was saying it earlier before you were in the chat. Today's stream is like a real testament to that. Of like, can I just talk for absolutely hours while I'm spending half of my brain trying to find pieces? And there's also no game to fulfill like me reacting to or whatever. I have nothing to react to. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Gosh. Those beers are hitting me now. Which can be very, very difficult. It's difficult when you don't have like a game or anything to react to. It's difficult to just talk for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. And that's what I'm really trying to do right now. I'm really, really just trying to cultivate, like, if I could just consistently have 5 chatters in my chat, I will be so much easier. I could stream for hours if I had a few chatters instead of like my usual, like I do like a maximum of like 4 hours, which kind of sucks. It's unfortunate. I know that I should be doing more, but it's just incredibly difficult to get myself there because I tend to get, it's hard to stay on and talk to myself for hours and hours and hours on end. But little rambly things like that about some anime that you dig, I'll take that every day of the week. Because it gives me a moment to like process and be like, oh, okay. That's the thing that was said. I can like calm down and just kind of let that sit for a moment. So don't apologize for rambling, man. I will take the rambling. You're going to hear some packages here. It'll be loud. There we go. I'm hoping I get there. That's my idea. I have dreams of grandeur, which really sucks because it's unrealistic. I'm a humongous fan of Ludwig. He's my biggest inspiration. And just like with everything in general, I think that he's an absolutely fantastic streamer. And he talks about how, or he has talked about in the past about like, to be a streamer, it's incredibly, like, to be the biggest streamers, right? It's incredibly difficult to the point where it's like, if you think that you're going to be the biggest streamer in the world, you're delusional. And also, to be the biggest streamer in the world, you have to be that delusional person that thinks they can. And unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you see things, I'm not really sure, I am delusional enough to think that I'm maybe not necessarily going to be the biggest streamer. I don't think I could be the biggest streamer. But I'm delusional enough to think that I could be one of the biggest streamers that, like, genuinely has, like, 10,000 viewers every stream. I'm delusional enough to think that. It's gonna take a little bit to get there, but that's like my biggest priority right now is just like building my stream, which has less to do with my stream honestly and more to do with like my YouTube. I'm really hoping that the video I just put out yesterday pops off a little more than my last videos, because I actually think that it's like a pretty decent video. But anyway, moral of the story, all of that rambling to say, I'm just I'm delusional enough to think I'll make it big. So it's like you say, like, you'll get there, and I appreciate that. I actually agree, which is weird. It's crazy. Nobody should think what I think, but I appreciate the vote of confidence. I appreciate that. I really hope so. Not just I hope so. I think so. Again, it's crazy. Ooh, we're making a little landing gear now. That's awesome. I recently found a streamer who I've made a home out of their community. That's awesome. I actually haven't been watching many streams lately. I got a new job recently, so I've just been like busy doing that. I've pretty much just like every waking moment, I'm either working. I almost dropped the landing gear. I'm either working, or I'm working, or I've been editing. What's the streamer though? What do they do? I mean, like, you'll say a name, and I probably will have absolutely no idea who they are. But what do they do though? I've always wanted a place for a community to call home. It's kind of why I MMO hop and follow online games. That makes sense. Yeah, you were telling me about that MMO a while back. I can't remember the name of it, but it was like a little bit like cartoony kind of, where they didn't like take themselves too seriously. You were telling me about that, but no, that's sick. It's actually like I've kind of felt similarly. It never really manifested in me like any actionable things, but I have felt similarly in the past, where it's like things like SAO, for example. I know that like people have a lot of beef with SAO, but the anime Sword Art Online, like I really loved it, and I loved what it, like, the ideation of like what it could be in a sense of like community and shit like that. I always loved, and I wanted that so bad when I watched it whenever I was younger. But I never like pursued it because it just never ended up working out. I don't really like the MMOs and all that, but I can totally understand a person doing that. Makes a lot of sense. I'm now installing the missile launchers. There's a little bit in the instructions here where it's like, hey, no hit yourself. Oh, whoops. I don't want to advertise, but I did want to tell you something that I did for them. Dude, you're good, man. You've chatted enough in this chat that I don't think that you're just like dropping. If you came into this chat when you did and have been talking, you know, as much as you have, and then like come back for like a few streams, and is all just a long play because you want to advertise something, like, you're fucking insane. You're good, dude. I don't think you're just like advertising for the sake of like some kind of shit you're doing. Don't worry about it. What did you do? You're good. What are we supposed to do here? Wait, that doesn't fit. Oh no, it's supposed to be a longer piece. There we go. These guys? No, not these guys. What the heck? A lot of these. There's like 3 pieces that are like all like the same. But yeah, what'd you do for the stream? Oh, I like this song. We're making the wing now, or at least one of the wings. I mean, it's an X-wing, you know, so there's like 4. But did I do that right? Yes, I did. Okay, now in a long piece. How long of a long piece? Are these different? No, these are the same. Okay. I contacted like 10 of the biggest chatters in their community. I was like, hey, I think it'd be cool if we either donate to them or give them words of encouragement at this specific moment when they start streaming again after the weekend. That's awesome, dude. Setting up a little thing to rally the community. That's sick. Dude, I bet that streamer fucking really appreciated that, huh? Did they like freak out, or they like I could genuinely picture myself in that kind of scenario, like I could see myself like tearing up or whatever. Oh god, I really could. I'm like actually like putting myself in that, and they were almost crying. We got a level 8 hype train. Damn, hell yeah. That's awesome. That's really sick. Ooh, I'm building like a weird like cylindrical thing now. It's gonna be like it's real sci-fi. Sci-fi I. That's a phrase, right? Oh, this feels like I'm putting on like washers. Put this in, and then this. There we go. There we go. I want to, again, if I like this well enough, I might end up getting a TIE fighter. I'd love to get one of the Jedi Interceptors from Episode 3. Those were always my favorite ships, especially with the hyperdrive rings that go with it. God, I love Star Wars. Her mod went above and beyond to help the hype train along. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's awesome. We love that. Like 5k bits. Nice. Oh, I don't think I know this song. I really like this band, Wolfpack, but I don't think I know this song specifically. What is this? Miracle. Okay. That memory will hold a special place in my heart, though. For sure, dude. For sure. I bet it'll hold a special place in her heart, too. I bet she won't forget it anytime soon. I worked a really shitty job a little bit ago. I recently quit it, maybe like a month ago. It's good for some people, but it was really terrible for my situation. But while I was working it, I was just like right over here. Like I had my work computer right here because it was work from home, which had a lot of benefits. But again, I hated the job. There's a lot of details there. Don't worry about it. It's not important. Point is, I had a work from home computer over here, and I had my personal computer right here, and that's whenever I would watch streams. But because I quit that job, and now I've gone back to the restaurant industry, which has its own. Well, anyway, I'm not going to get into it. I just don't have time to watch streams, Twitch streams anymore, which is unfortunate. I still watch like edited videos by streamers, but I just don't watch. I don't have time for streams anymore, which kind of sucks. Life be life, you know. It's unfortunate, but there we go. Do that. Ooh, the wing is really coming together. Look at that guy. Also, on top of that MMO I mentioned, I'm actually still with it. Hell yeah. Love that. Love being able to stick with a game. I don't know the last time I played a game for my own... Well, actually, that's not true. I actually do know when I last played a game for my own enjoyment. It was Valorant. But that was like... Genuinely, I don't think I've played Valorant with my friends in like a month. Or maybe like 3 weeks, actually. I remember telling my friends, I was like, I'm not going to play Valorant tonight. I'm actually going to stream Valorant. And that's whenever I did the shot caller thing. And then it took me like a long time to make the video. And then the video finally came out. But it's just kind of funny. I just don't be playing games nowadays. I'm almost to the end game. Nice. I think I've gotten to the end game of MMOs, but I've never really like played in the end game of any MMOs, I don't think. Not out of like, lack of like desire to. Just, I don't know. I think I just don't like MMOs, but the plotline of the final zone is very derivative. Like it's like boring. You mean? Or like it like takes after like a lot of other things. Is that what you mean? Dropped another piece. It's fine. It's a white piece that landed on my black sweatpants. We're all good. No, it's ripping off Warcraft 3. Yeah, that's... I mean... That's unfortunate, but... Did I miss something here? Hold on. I'm gonna real quick do like a check. I feel like this doesn't fit perfectly, but no, that's okay. This is just weird. They just have like a weird like empty space in the middle of this build. I described it to a friend. She was like, "Nikki, no, you just made the newest Lich King." That's funny. Is this the piece I'm supposed to put in here? Yeah. There we go. Okay. That in there. Little slanted pieces. Ah! I wonder if it's because it's just like a small MMO. Like, that's not a problem. They're probably not like worried about like ripping it off. Or is it like tongue-in-cheek? Because when we talked about it before, I don't remember a ton about it, but I remember that it was it didn't take itself very seriously, or too seriously, I should say. So is it like a tongue-in-cheek like reference kind of thing, or is it just like straight up just ripping it off? Oh, this one is the bottom side one. I'm putting landing gear on this. I didn't realize that. Hey, that's a landing gear right there. So it can like sit down. Hell yeah. Ooh, it's coming together. It's coming together. Get these little like weird fan thing. It very much might be. It's not a carbon copy, but it's like, hey, can I copy your homework? Yeah, just change it around so it's not obvious. And it's obvious. That's funny. Yo, what the heck? Holy, I just yawned. Why am I tired? I took a nap earlier. I took like a 3-hour nap earlier before stream. I was like explicitly like, I'm gonna take a nap because I'm kind of tired and I want to be awake because I don't know how long it's gonna take me to finish this build. Okay, we're attaching one of the wings. It's on the left side over here. It's the bottom one. Look at that guy. Got like some smooth pieces there. I like this little guy just hanging off on the end. Anyway, it's the bottom one. We're gonna hook it in here. Does this fold out? Oh my god, it totally does. Oh, it actually folds out in a really cool way. Okay, cool. This is sick. I just got excited. Alright. Boom. That's one of the 4 wings. Look at this guy. Hell yeah. Alright, now presumably I make another copy of it, but for the other side. Damn, this thing's big. I don't know if scale is really gonna like properly come through on the screen, but like, here's a beer for scale. You can't even. There we go. It's taller than my beer by a decent amount. This thing's big. Let's make the other wing. Oh, I'm knocking over the minifigs over here. That's fine. Okay. Let's see. Again, I was very surprised that this thing was only $50. I remember, as time has gone on, I've it's constantly like Lego is super expensive nowadays. Lego's expensive, Lego's expensive, Lego's expensive, right? That's like the constant thing that I constantly heard. So whenever I saw this thing, I was expecting it to be like $100. Maybe even like $150 or something like that. A full spaceship? Are you kidding me? To scale. It's only $50. I was very surprised. My roommate, actually as well, my other roommate, was like, I showed the box. Like I had already bought it and I showed the box. And he was like, that thing's definitely like $150, like $100 in today's Lego prices. And I was like, nope, $50. He was like, are you kidding me? I was like, exactly. I was just saying, dude. It's fucking. I like it. Again, it's not as detailed, but hey. AQ3D, right? That was the name. Has been fun though. That's nice. I've been grinding out some of the classes for last week since there's a double XP event going on this weekend. Okay, cool. My roommate, one of my other roommates, I have three roommates. So when I say my roommate, I'm just chances roll a dice, and I'm possibly talking about any given roommate. But one of my roommates, she's been playing. She's getting her classes up in FF right now as well. So apparently everybody in the world is grinding MMOs right now. So good on you. Good on you. I don't know this song either. Instrumental. Okay, I gotta make sure I do this order right, because now in my head it could go a certain way, and I need to make sure I don't put it all in wrong. I don't have a backwards wing. That would be bad. I need a white piece. Where's the white piece? Here it is. Oh. You just remember something? Had a sudden brain blast. Jimmy Neutron brain blast. Found a fan fiction that I'm in love with last week. Okay. A fan fiction for what? I used to read fan fiction a little bit. I used to read fan fiction for fucking cursed shit, though. Well, we can go into that in a little bit, but tell me about your fan fiction. You know, I've thought about, funnily enough, with Star Wars and and all this, I've thought about writing a Star Wars fan fiction, mostly because it's like I feel like that's probably the most likely way that I could just ever engage with the fiction. You know, I've never really been like a writer, but I want to engage in Star Wars and tell like my own story or whatever. And I think that the only way that I could really do that, although I love movies and I would like absolutely adore an opportunity to like direct a movie, it's not realistic. I haven't made any movies in like a long time or whatever. Anyway, thought about making a Star Wars fan fiction. Not even a writer, but it's called My Second Life as a Supervillain. All routes lead to Doctor Doom. Okay, interesting. What did you say? You found a fan fiction you've been in love with for the last... Okay, so you just found it recently and you love it. Is it how done is it? Because that's always been my issues with fan fiction. Back whenever I used to read it, which it's been many years since I've read fan fiction, but when I did, I always hated. Oh, hold on. Oh, excuse me. I always hated how often I would have a fan fiction that would just not finish. It was really frustrating. Or like you find one and you love it, and you see that it's got like 100 chapters or whatever. You read through it, and then you get to the final chapter, and you're like, oh, okay, well, I'm finally caught up. Like now I can just go. And it turns out that last chapter was uploaded like 2 years ago, and you're like, fuck. I've had that happen a lot. It's in progress, gets update every 2 days, kind of like Clockwork. Sick. That's awesome. That's great. That is always the worst part about a fanfic, and so that's great that that one stays updated. Yeah, for me, I didn't. So it's a Marvel Doctor Doom, like Fantastic Four kind of fanfic. Is it about someone as Doctor Doom, or all routes lead to Doctor Doom? Is Doctor Doom like a character in it? Is it like Reader X Doctor Doom? Probably not that one, huh? Ooh, this wing's coming together. This wing's coming together. Yes. Yes. It's a fan fiction of My Next Life as a Villainous, All Routes Lead to Doom, which is an isekai anime. Okay. But is it about Doctor Doom, the Marvel villain? Or is that just like a coincidental naming convention? In this, the main character gets isekai'd as a gender swap Doctor Doom. Okay, interesting. What is that, Rule 63, I think? Every character has their opposite gender own character or whatever that rule is. Oh god, dude, it's coming together. It's coming together. Getting excited. I'm speeding up. I'm like focusing. I'm like, yes, I've done this now. I've done this, but opposite. I can just do this, and then it's this piece, and then the landing gear. And I want to make sure I put it in the right direction. I actually have. I'm gonna real quick while I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna swap. I thought that this was going on in the opposite direction, so I'm gonna make sure this wing has its landing gear correctly. There we go. And then do this one. Let me make sure it's all good. Take a real quick break to make sure that I have it correct. I don't actually have it correct. I had it on the wrong way again. I think this looks correct. Oh, we're almost there. We're almost there. Second wing. Yes. Here we go. Weird little fin thing. There we go. Wing. Ready for this? Ready for this bad boy? Oh, yeah, there we go. I mean, that is very clearly an X-Wing now. It just looks like it's, like, if you're looking at the underside, you're like, oh, that's an X-Wing that just hasn't deployed its wings yet. And, because we have the landing gear, it can sit properly. Yes, let's go. Let's go. 2 more wings. Only 1 more bag. Only 1 more bag. We're almost done. This one has more decals, which scares me. Let's see if we can finish in the next 20 minutes and end up being 2 hours. I don't know if we're going to do that. Okay. I am going to have to use the restroom real quick, though. So, give me 1 second. I will be quick, I promise. Be right back. I'm going to take just a moment to just, pop my back. Ow, that really hurt. Okay. Wings on. Bag 4. Let's get into it. Let's pour this bad boy out. This one has a lot more decals, which kind of scares me. I'm looking at the decal sheet, and we've only used a few of them. I'm scared for having to put these other decals on for the top of the wing, but we'll be okay. I just hope I can do it well enough. She's currently invading Latveria. Nice. My fanfics that I read were worse. Because I read... Well, the initial piece of media was bad to begin with. I read Homestuck, and I was a Homestuck fan. And then not only did I read Homestuck, I read Homestuck fanfiction. So that was a thing that I did for a while. That's the majority of fanfiction I ever read. Which is, you know, shameful. Yeah. Yeah, not Not the best in the world. I actually really enjoyed it at the time. I knew it was trash, but it was trash that I enjoyed, you know? Uh, but still, I gotta. This is getting cumbersome. I gotta move, like. I gotta move things around. I gotta. I am struggling to make room. I'm going to say to you what I say to all Homestuck fans: Problem Smooth is better. Um. Well, it's certainly an opinion. I think I might be willing to admit that like Problem Sleuth was probably better than the like all of Problem Sleuth was probably better than the beginning of Homestuck. But honestly, by the time you get to the if you can suffer through all of Homestuck to the point where you then get to like later Homestuck where it's just indistinguishable from like anything else on in this entire planet, it's pretty good. Like you really invested in these characters. Maybe it's not good. Maybe it's just like cognitive dissonance. I mean, there's definitely like a cost there where it's like you've read one of the longest pieces of literary fiction ever, and so it's like you're invested in it to a point where it's like you're not willing to like you in your mind it has to be good. Like that's certainly possible. I genuinely enjoyed it quite a bit. But it had no, Homestuck was trash. I know it was, but I have to perform that cognitive dissonance to make it worth it. You know, I actually read Homestuck for a girl. That's the worst part. A girl that I never even ended up dating. But she was like, "Yeah, I like this thing called Homestuck," and I was like, "I got no clue what that is. I'll check it out." And then I did, and then I read the entire thing. I mean, I actually surpassed. I passed her reading it and ended up just reading it myself. And I just kept reading after like a long time after I stopped talking to her. But it's just kind of funny to think about. Okay, Decal went on all right. Did you ever see the Homestuck music video for the song Discord? I don't think so. Discord the Discord, I am howling at the moon and sleeping in the middle of a summer afternoon. That song? The like My Little Pony thing? No, I know the I don't think so. I mean maybe. I saw like it's very possible. I saw a lot of Homestuck music whenever I was a big Homestuck fan. So it's certainly possible. They did a pretty epic music video. Dude, some of those fans were wild, man. Like, it's actually really impressive, like, a lot of the shit that Homestuck fans did. I don't know that I've seen that video specifically, but, I'm not shocked that it was epic. Homestuck fans are wild. I watched a lot of MEPs when I was younger, multiple editor projects, which are just, like, they're just so trash. Like, like, I've gone back and watched, like, MEPs. They are... I don't know how to describe it, but they are just like, I don't know, they're just trash. It's like, it's just like, hey, look at these flashing lights and stuff like that. Pretty much, like, look at these flashing lights and hot characters that you like, which is like exactly what I wanted. But watching it back now, I'm like, holy crap, like, how much was my brain rotting watching these back in the day? These top ones, these top wings are very similar to the bottom ones. We're just gonna add some decals here in a bit. So I'm doing a lot of repetitive stuff, the same things I did before, which actually makes it a little bit easier. I'm actually going a little quicker than I was previously. I'm not gonna make the. Oh, actually, I might make the 2-hour thing I was saying. We'll see. I've never been very great at live guessing how long I'm going to take. But we'll see. Again, I'm not really rushing. I'm just curious to see how long it'll take me. It'll kind of inform if I decide to do the TIE Fighter build, which I might. I'm not 100% sold. I actually was also at the store earlier with my roommate, and we saw Mandalorian's N1 Starfighter, his converted Naboo Starfighter, and it had Grogu, and I picked it up and I was like, oh my god, roommate, it has a BD unit, like BD1 from the Jedi games. I literally said that aloud in the store. It was so nerdy. um, I might end up buying an N1. I don't know if I want to, but I might. I mean, like, I want to, but I don't know if I could bring myself to. Is this right? I think it's right. Okay. We need a decal on this piece now. What is this? Number 5. This one. With the lines on the left. People who manage to like put decals on perfectly like scare me. Damn, I did that perfectly. Yeah, like that's a talent, and like good for you, but like crazy. Oh my gosh, we're getting there. I'm getting a bit tired, dude. So am I. I don't think drinking this beer was a wise idea, because I think the alcohol is contributing. Like, I'm not getting like tipsy at all, I think, but I think it's contributing to me being tired. Because like I said, I took a nap earlier. Hey, I appreciate that, Nikki. I appreciate that. We'll get to the end. Hold on, wait, Nikki. All that means we're both getting a little tired. We have a little bit left. This is probably going to go over 2 hours, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. All that means is we just need to wake up. All right? So I'm just going to do... we're going to... Oh, we're good. All right. We just... A little break. We're almost at the end. We just need to make it to the end. Don't mind my legs here. All right? We just need to wake up a little bit. We're getting to the end. We're good. All right? We're good. Get a little bit of water in our system. Hydration check. All right. Maybe a little bit of a stretch. Ugh. Oh. Whew. All right. I'm more awake. Are you more awake, Nikki? I am. I'm gonna be tired here in a minute, but for now I'm more awake. I got a Gatorade. All right, good. I got the gas moving in my system. I just burped. That's what that did. All that moving around motivated my motivated my digestive system a little bit. I got something to tell you about me. What's up, man? What you got? All right, black piece. And I can speed up a little bit here because I kind of know what I'm doing now. I kind of know what I'm supposed to add. There's a couple more things because it's the top of the wing, but I'm getting there a little bit. I have a serious case of clinical depression. Every once in a while, I just get sad for no reason, you know? Yeah, I know. I feel you. You know what you mean. That's unfortunate. And I don't really have anything, like, all that deep to say about it. You know, I'm sure people would say, like, you know, like, I'm sorry, my condolences or whatever. I'm not going to hit you with all that, but that's unfortunate. I wish it wasn't the case, and I'll hope that at the very least, I can keep you somewhat entertained. Dude, I had a bad case of it earlier today. Thankfully, a chocolate chip muffin fixed it. Nikki, after I finish this, I have a chocolate chip muffin waiting in the fucking kitchen with my name on it. It's funny you say that. That said, the chocolate chip muffin that I have is fucking aggressive because it's like a triple chocolate and it's humongous. But either way, it's got my name waiting on after I've finished this fucking X-Wing. Oh, that's the wing. Hey, there's really nothing else with it? They must add more stuff after the wing, because that's... Okay, well hey, here you go. Right wing. Boom. Hey, I'm not going to spread it out yet. I'm going to wait till I put the other one on, and then I'll bring it into its X position. But for now, that's a wing right there. Is that correct? Did I miss something? No, it looks about correct. Okay, cool. Don't know why I brought this up. Maybe because a little pick-me-up can go a long way. Just trying to say something profound, I guess, when I'm hella tired. I feel that, and I don't really have a profound response to that. You know, I'm not going to... yeah. I don't really have a profound response. It is what it is, you know. It sucks. I wish it wasn't the case, and I'm glad, you know, hopefully I can be a little entertaining enough to keep your mind off of it at the very least. It's at least what I can hope for. Let's do, okay, decal again. We're doing another decal here. Let's get this bad boy on here. What is this song? I don't know what this song is either. I don't usually listen to this much Wolfpack. I really like this band, but I'm hearing a lot of songs I'm not used to. There we go. Decal went on pretty easy. I really do have more energy now. That's good. It's a nice little... it really was like a nice little power pick-me-up that can power me through to the end of this. I'm going to make it through. And then I'm going to eat that fucking chocolate chip muffin that I was saying, that huge one. And it's going to be so many calories, and I really shouldn't, but I'm going to anyway. And I will then crash. I will crash so hard. And I am going to be so out of it. But until then, we make this. We make this X-Wing. I'm actually super excited. I have no idea where I'm going to put this, by the way. I don't have a lot of room on my shelf right now. I think I'm just going to have to... I might actually keep this in the living room. I genuinely might just be like, hey, roommates, tough shit. This is going above the fireplace. The mood's over, so don't worry about it. I'm honestly used to getting down at night, though. Typically, though, I go to bed because, like, well, sleep is the natural reset button for the brain's chemical bounce. That makes sense. I don't want to keep you up or anything. But I appreciate you sticking around, you know. But I don't want to keep you up if you're feeling shitty or whatever. But for what it's worth, we're almost done. I won't drag this on too long. No, just like making conversation. Fair enough. I skipped 2 pages, and I was like, how the hell did this just get that far? Like I said, not feeling better now. Okay, gotcha. I misread that slightly. I gotcha. Cool. Good, I don't want you feeling bad. I don't ever want anybody feeling bad. I like to be the person, if possible, I would eventually like to be the person that, like, I've always looked up to. You know, I mentioned it earlier, like, Ludwig is my biggest inspiration. I'd like to eventually be that person for other people. It'd be nice. We'll see. This is confusing me. Hold on. Am I putting this on right? I had this positioned incorrectly, and it was really throwing me for a loop there. We're good. We're good. Little tan piece. I wonder if there's anything, if I do end up doing the TIE Fighter, I wonder if there's anything I would change with my process. I really thought that this was going to be a little bit tougher with, like, just laying out everything. and just picking at it whenever I need pieces. But for the most part, I've got it pretty decently. I'm thinking I'm probably going to do the TIE Fighter. It just seems appropriate. I might not do it soon. Might be a little bit until I do it. But I might do it. Also, just might do like... I might end up doing what I was talking about before, where it's like I do some kind of like punishment or whatever while I'm doing it, where it's like I have like a program running that maybe detects my words, and if it like hears that I like say some predetermined set of words or something like that, it pings, and then like I have to like do some kind of punishment or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but I think something like that could be entertaining. Maybe. A lot of people have done similar things. And not having like a big chat can make that a little difficult. So I'm not 100% sure about that. But it's an idea that I was thinking about. Okay, lines this way. Maybe I'll save the TIE Fighter for that. What else I might do, I might end up buying that N1 that I was talking about earlier and just end up making that on my own. Maybe I'll do the TIE Fighter on stream and maybe the N1 on my own, just because I like it. That one's more, maybe that one's more for me. I don't know, we'll see. I really want to walk away from this weekend. I want, it's not happening right now, like I expected it to, which is unfortunate, but I really wanted to walk away from this weekend with like a few more subscribers on my YouTube and maybe like maybe 10 more followers on Twitch after the video that I posted yesterday. It's not really happening like I thought it was, which is unfortunate, but I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I don't know, we'll just have to do another video. We'll see what happens on the next video. I don't think Lego building is really gonna be the winner there that I would want it to be, so I don't think I would. But did you ever see the Skyrim Let's Play where when this said something, the game spawned in a bunch of stuff? Yeah, it very much would be inspired by Doug stuff. Doug being the guy that did that, or at least one of the guys that has done that. Very much inspired by that kind of thing. Yeah, and then see the beautiful thing about those videos from Doug is like his chat, because Doug's chat is absolutely amazing. It is probably the best chat on Twitch. Not necessarily for like niceties necessarily. Like it's I'm not saying it's like the nicest chat on Twitch, but content wise, Doug's chat is spectacular, and that's the real winner in those videos, because people will like donate and they'll have him say something, and like the real winner in that video is not him saying bear. It's him saying something that has bear in it because a chatter like baited him. That's the amazing part, right? I don't have that. And it would be a while until I could have that. So I'm hesitant to, last decal by the way, I'm hesitant to want to like try to do that kind of stream because I just don't think that it will be as effective. Which is like okay. Could be eventually and just maybe isn't right now. But I really, really admire Doug's chat. Genuinely, like, absolutely fantastic. All right, top of the other wing going on. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, again, no. I'll do it. So now that we have the wings, check out what I discovered earlier. Not only does it fold out, it folds out together. So if I lift one of them, it all goes up, which is awesome. So I can just mess with one and it adjusts. That's super cool. Look at that. That looks awesome. Holy shit, I'm a nerd. Oh, that's awesome. I love that so much. We're not done. It's not over. I'm sorry to say. We're almost done. But we have a little bit more. There's some lasers to add. But that's the main part, right? That's truly what mattered. If you wanted to get out of here, I totally understand. Because that was the main bit. But I am not quite done. I'm going to be here for a little bit longer. But, I don't know. Let's see. 2, 3. Dun, 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 dun. This is a live recording of a concert that Wolfpack did. It's a very good concert. I don't know if it'll translate all that well for like a first-time listener or whatever. I love it though. And if there is anybody watching the VOD, by the way, again, hello, future person. What's the future like? Is it cool? Is it good? Anyway, you can't hear the music that Nikki and I here are listening to. But go check out Wolfpack's Madison Square Garden live performance. It's absolutely fantastic. Oh, I need to make this 4 times. Okay, I need to do what I just did several more times. We're almost done. Almost done! This is this. I felt spirits. You can see it. Okay, don't run away. This is a gentleman by the name of Theo Katzman on vocals currently singing. I think he might also be playing drums right now. Very talented group of individuals in this band. They have another band that's very similar to it, with a lot of the same people, called Fearless Flyers. The Fearless Flyers, excuse me, which is also really good. I quite enjoy them. They have a wonderful song called Blue Angels, which is sick. The climax. Oh, it's coming together. It's really coming together. I'm getting more and more excited. I just gotta make 4 of these little, like, engine things. These weird engine things. Or they're, like, laser things. I don't really know exactly what I'm building. I'm so focused, I'm not even saying anything. Oh my. I'll have some little like laser beams over here as well that I think actually get shot out of the X-Wing. I think it's pretty neat. Okay, these go in the back of this. So if I do that right there, and this right here, that there, and this here, there we go. Is that it? Oh my god, I think that's it. I think it's finished. So I can then put, we have little like, we have actual little lasers here, which we can put, where do we put this? Oh, in here. How does it fire? Well, I guess that's a thing I'll have to learn here in a moment. Okay, hold on. That's something for me to learn in a moment. Let me make sure this is everything. Okay, you push up on that, and that opens that. Oh! Oh my god, that is so cool. Okay. Let me just double check everything here. Yeah, okay, so check this out. This is fucking sick. Okay, so the way they do this, I was wondering about this little like top section here, where it's got like this little like thing. The reason that's there is because you press on it, and that's what opens the X-Wing. So you don't have to like move the thing, you just press on that little thing, and then presumably you can then like lift it up. Okay, well that's a little bit harder. You just close it. But oh, that's awesome. And then I can put little R2 in here. Right? Right? Yes. There you go. R2's in his little, like, repair spot. We got Luke in his little spot right there. We can put the missiles in the little missile slots on either side of the wings. There we go. That's an X-Wing right there, baby. Hold on, let's get a little view of me. Oh. Alright, check it out. Boom. So now, I can be just like Luke in his nearly 20s. I mean, I'm almost halfway into my 20s, but I can be like Luke, where he's in his 20s playing with a spaceship in his room. And then, so I press the little thing to open the X back out, right? Sick. And then, let's see if I can do this right. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I should be able to. Oh, did that work right? Did that look good? Hold on, I got another one. I got 2 shots at it. So I can. Ooh, that was pretty fucking close. I can shoot the lasers. That's an X-Wing, baby. Let's go. Hell yeah. Let me put these back in so I don't lose the missiles. They actually sent. They do send 3 missiles, so you can have. You can shoot 2 of them, lose 1 of them, and you still have 1. Will it fit back in? There we go. All right, missiles in. All right. Oh, I'm struggling to. There we go. That's an X-Wing. Let's go. And then again, Leia's here. She's got a little gun, and I have her holding Luke's lightsaber right now. We also have General Odana. They don't matter nearly as much as R2 there in the X-Wing. I can set it right down on the little landing gear. Oh, when you set it down on the landing gear. Whoa. Whoa. Oh. Well, because the landing gear is on the wing, I set it down and it just immediately... Let me show you what just happened. I was super confused because I had it in attack formation and I set it down and it just went... It just immediately closed and I was like, whoa. How did they do that? Oh, I should... There you go. There's time. I was like super confused how they did it. It's just because the landing gear is on the thing and there's weight upon it. Anyway, and then we have a little Luke in here. Little Luke right there. I can actually move Luke's face around so that he has his goggles up and he's like giving like a little face. I don't know if this is really going to pick up all that well on camera. Anyway, I'll make him in flight position. I like him in R2 being ready to go in the X-Wing. I'll just slide him back in there. Can I have him sitting straight up? I don't think I can. Hold on, this is my personal. I'm not gonna mess with that. I'll mess with it later. All right, put R2 back in here. That's a motherfucking X-Wing right there, baby. Oh my god, that's awesome. I'm so happy. I still have a lot of beer left. Part of me wants to chug this, but that was a really bad idea. I don't want to do that. There's a super bright spot right here. Look at that. Look at that. This is the problem with this fucking camera of mine. There we go. I don't know where I'm going to put this. I think I'm going to put it out in my living room. And my roommates can just suffer with the fact that there's a Lego X-Wing in our living room. One of my roommates will like it. The other roommates, maybe less so. But it's fine. We're all nerds. I love that you just press the little thing and that opens up into the formation. That's awesome. I feel like such a kid right now. But as a kid, like as a kid, I would get this, and my brain immediately goes, what can I change about it? What can I do to make it different? I don't know. I would see if I could do like modifications of some kind. I don't even necessarily know what kind of modifications would be fitting for it, but oh, that's awesome. I never had an X-Wing. Again, I had like a Jedi I had Anakin's Jedi Interceptor from Episode 3. I loved that ship, by the way. Super awesome. Again, I think those are absolutely my favorite ships in Star Wars, are those interceptors. But I never had an X-wing. X-wings are sick. Hell yeah. I think that's the stream. What time is it? Ooh, it's almost 1 o'clock for me. It's probably pretty fitting. Probably good enough. Yeah, I think that's the stream. I think I might, at some point in the future, eventually buy a TIE Fighter to go with it. And maybe we'll build a TIE Fighter. And then I think I might end up buying an N1 as well, but I'm probably going to build that just on my own right. I don't really know that I want to stream that one. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know that it's all that entertaining. I think it's nice for like a little chatting thing. But I don't know. Anyway, that's the stream. Man, X-Wing. Hell yeah. I don't think I got any clips out of this stream. I had a couple of moments where I thought it were like kind of interesting. I don't think that it's really a clippable though. We'll see. Anyway, hey, again, VOD watchers, if you're watching, have a good one. Go check out the main channel. Stop watching this. Go. I put out a video recently where I played Valorant, and in Valorant, every time I died, I got hit with a dog shot collar. It hurt like a bitch. I think it's a pretty good video. Check it out. And Nikki, if you're still hanging around, have a good one. Have a good night. Hope you sleep well. Yeah. All right, I'm out of here. Have a good one. Bye.